Hello and welcome to another Nimbatus request video. This one will be split into 3 parts. This video was requested by a Reddit user called JustDroppinBy. So JustDroppinBy, all these 3 videos are dedicated to you. Thanks for the request. What he requested is that I describe in detail the ship I use to clear the last mission on Survival Programmer. But I'll do a bit more than that because recently I was able to do that mission on hard difficulty. I used the same drone, but it was modified for the increased difficulty. I have to do it in 3 parts because this thing is more than 600 parts and it would take me about an hour to cover it. First video will show the main module, and that module is also the actual drone I used to clear all the missions. The second video will show the retrieval drone, and the third video will show the gameplay on hard difficulty. There will be more to say in this introduction, but might as well get started as you're gonna get all the information you need throughout the videos. So let's take a look. Programmer hard, load save. I'm at Galaxy number 5. I intend to continue playing further. This will give me material for more videos on Programmer Hard. Let's go to the hangar. So I'm gonna show you my main drone in great detail. Below that is the drone for the final mission, and I'll show it to you in the next video. But first, before we start, look at this here. This drone did a wonderful job killing the snake boss on hard, Programmer Hard. It doesn't have a name because nobody recommended a name in the comment section. So please, when you get a chance, go check out that video and propose a name so I can give it a name. It deserves it. It deserves it. It was built from scratch to kill the snake, so it earned a name. Alright. Let's look at the main drone. So this is again on hard difficulty. So this drone is identical to the one I use on easy difficulty. By the way, what I did when I started playing this game, first I failed on the heavyweight campaign. I didn't realize how important resources were. I was playing on medium, trying to get the achievement. So I decided to play on minor because I said I'm gonna get a lot of resources on medium, and then I succeeded. And then I decided I'm gonna try programmer, but I'm gonna go on easy mode because I didn't understand any of the automated parts of the game. I was also trying to do it for the achievement. I was slow, but through learning I was able to clear the entire campaign on survival on easy, which led to my very first YouTube video. And now I play only on hard. I really like playing on hard because it's added challenge. Mobs hit harder, they have more health, etc. So this drone is the same as on easy. The only difference is I added these 2 big boxes here, and I could make them as big as I please. Just because fights are longer, I need more fuel, more batteries. And they decouple and they just fall. Okay, but the rest is 100% identical. So in my video on the snake boss, I was talking about tag discipline. So if I talk about it, of course I have to apply my own principle. And I tagged both the main drone and this drone perfectly to help me explain to you what each button does. That's what was required of me in the request. I didn't do it on this one because it's absolutely identical to this guy. All it is they're the same, but of course the keybinds are different, so they don't influence each other. But I'm just gonna show you this guy because he's all tagged in and stuff. You just have to imagine that this guy is absolutely identical. But that's for normal missions, the normal gameplay, not the final the final boss, of course. It does two things. It does kill X missions, and also it can do kill the snake eggs mission. For anything else, I would need special modules. My main drone is able to dodge the snake, at least on easy. I was hoping to find a mission like this on hard. I didn't yet, but my campaign continues. I'm on the Galaxy 5, and I will eventually encounter a mission like this on hard, and I'll try it out, see if I'm able to do it without adjustments, and if it needs adjustments, probably more thrusters, I would assume, or something like that. Then I'll do it and I'll make a video eventually. I don't know when. Let's get to the point. I think I'm gonna start with the drill. This thing wasn't that long to build, and after a few adjustments, it became really good. It drills through anything, no problem, and it has all sorts of weapons. I said that in previous videos that I love the fire rocket launcher. I do like also the ice one. Well, I like the dot. So if you shoot at it a couple of times and you don't quite kill it, but it's burning, it's gonna die. So it's pretty good. I really like them. The drill is versatile because it's easy to adjust to each planet. Anyways, it just goes left, right? So first thing, constant thrust, button 1. What's 1? This button. So it always goes left. And this guy, although I'm not gonna cover this guy, but he always goes right. It's the same button. The other buttons are all different, but they have these buttons in common. So he always gonna go left non-stop until he dies. When I talk about dying, it's because it's rigged with explosives. I have a long impulse giver that let it live for 60 seconds, and I call it blow up. I tagged everything now to make it nice and clear and easy, especially for the final mission drone, which my whole keyboard is mapped. It's going to be a total mess. Here, I call it boom, and you can see the TNT is close to the fuel tanks, and the directional sensor, I really want the sensor to explode because the sensor outputs buttons. If I make another of these, and it's the same keybind, and this is alive still, I'm gonna have problems. It's gonna go all over the place. It's always, as far as I know, this is always successful, the destruction of it. That's a camera, but the camera, I put it wherever I need it. To print this takes about a minute and a few seconds. To avoid having two of the same, I let it live for a minute. If it survives a minute, it blows up, and a few seconds later another one spawns. Let's go over the directional sensor. I'm going randomly here. I'm not sure which order is best, but let's look at this. These ones at the beginning were confusing me more. Tilted right, tilted left. We gotta remember it's pointing down. So for it, left is this side. It's left compared to him, not me. Because I would think left is here, right? It's not. If you, especially for the newer programmers, it took me a little bit of time to get used to the fact that it's pointing down. His left is this side. That means if gravity is on the left of the sensor and the sensor doesn't see gravity, so tilted left, it needs to bring the nose down so it goes, the ship will, the drill will go down like this, so it's lined up to gravity again. If it's tilted right, so if gravity is here like this, then it's gonna nose up. So the button C here, tilt left, so if it's tilted left, it's gonna go up, right? And if it's tilted right, it's gonna go down, the nose. Okay. Oh, I'm clear enough. Okay. What else? Altitude. So both, I'm gonna go back to this guy a little bit, but both guy have different altitudes. They go each direction. I choose an altitude depending on the mission. I have to adjust it on each mission, and depends on the size of the planet, what the mission is. Sometimes you have to go say you have to kill a hammerhead in the core, then you go minus 100 and you try, you try to get him. Eventually you'll get him because I'm printing infinite amount of those. Just gotta wait. On hard missions are much longer. So yeah, so the altitude, the way it works, higher, lower. So if I'm higher than I should be, I should go down. If I'm lower than I should be, I should go up. So the buttons I put here is these. Say if I'm too low, I'm gonna hit P. Too low, P, P. So if I'm too low, I'm gonna go up, and if I'm too high, I'm going to go down. And you'll see it's imbalanced. It hits this side. I could put some here. I don't need to because this guy will automatically at the same time try to adjust it with gravity, so it's no big deal. It works perfectly fine. These are really efficient. It's not a problem. And this is I wrote kill. That's just kind of a joke. Obviously, we know what it's for. I didn't tag the others. It's using the button 1 again. Constant input. Okay. Printer. Decouple is C. C. But I could put 1 as well. So this button is redundant. Well, as you build something, sometimes you make redundant things. That's one of them. But it doesn't matter. So I write from button just to remember that there's a constant input going on. So it's already printed. So printed. I start printing. This guy goes. It's decoupled right away as soon as we start, and it starts printing. Okay. I think that's it for this one. Oh, the drills. Yeah, constant drill. The drill's always running with the button 1 once again. They're always running non-stop. And I'm clicking around. I just want to make sure I don't forget anything. I'll make an edit if I forget something. I don't like doing that, but I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. And this guy's cool. He's cool because he can dodge snakes. At least on easy. So these are weapons. It shoots all over the place. During the hard campaign, survival, there was a mission where I had to kill 8 jumpfish nets, and there was 8 on the whole planet. It was challenging. I had to find the right altitude for both of them, but the planet had very high gravity and wind. And this guy ended up right down to the core, and it's shooting. And it's this guy who killed the last jump fish net. That was kind of cool because this is built to hover at whichever altitude I choose. So depending on the planet, I have to choose the right altitude, because if it's too low, this will end up inside the container, and it will try to print this guy, and there's going to be explosions because it's in the container, and the container is at different heights depending on the size of the planet. So all I have to do on each mission is to adjust the altitude. And if I'm too low, I need to go up. So go up is these guys X. Yeah, I say too low. If I'm too low, I need to go up. For stabilization, gravity, same thing. So I didn't put tags this time. A bit different because this is nose up, nose down. It's a little more complicated, but that's a classic stabilization setup. Just a directional sensor with thrusters each side. So if it's tilted right, it's gonna hit A. So I say adjust right, so it's gonna adjust like this, and then adjust left. So that's kind of classic. If you play engineer is a lot of fun. They give you one of those right away, so your first ship is already nice and stable. Engineer is a lot of fun. But I like programmer maybe as much. But anyways, so that's it for that. So I covered these buttons. Okay. Oh, this guy. So I had to think about this guy for a bit. What is it for? Because there was no tags, right? What is it for again? What is it? It's for wind. It more or less works. But what I could do is adjust it with the mouse wheel like this. No, I just let me cancel it. There you go. I adjusted to the wind, so because if there's too much wind, my main guy starts going around the planet, and what happens is the right guy will. It seems like wind always goes left. Maybe I'm mistaken on this. You can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. But it seems like he's always going left, the wind. So what happens if this guy's too far left and it prints the right guy will go in the container and it's just gonna be a fail. So sometimes I would adjust this, but to be frank, lately I haven't touched it. I even forgot it existed, and I had to think, why is this there? Oh yeah, the wind. And it uses the button C. The redundant button, you could use a button 1, it would do the same. No big deal. I covered this already. And printers, always prints, already covered that. Okay, time to cover the snake mission elements. So we have proximity sensors. So this is the left guy. I'm gonna play with it. You're gonna see which one I'm talking about, right? Okay. So this guy, enemy left. So if he sees an enemy, the snake, I use this thruster. Run right, go, run away, run right. So I put those there and those there to run right. So this big thing will move right and just touch the snake just enough, not by an inch, but it worked on easy. We'll test it on hard later. I'll make a video later. I might have to add more thrusting. We'll see. I'm not sure, or plating, or I'm not sure what I'll do. So this guy 23. Let me just remember this. So see this guy. Let's put it back to 23. Enemy below X. It just try to go up, but so what will normally the snakes will show up like this. It will go up and left, or up and right, depending on if probably I could make this a little wider. You know what I mean? If I went a little wider like this, maybe I might need to do that on hard. Easy was forgiving. I was able to do the mission, because if you don't have that, snake goes up and destroys everything. Anyways, because easy is forgiving, I guess I was forgiven for that mistake. What I believe, yeah, I would go something like this. We'll see. I'm looking forward to it. Eventually I'll get a mission. So this guy, so yeah, it makes you go up. And this guy, enemy is to the right of me, so this guy is this one. He's on the right of me, so I'm gonna use run left, go away. This one, and this one. So that's the main ship for programmer, hard, normal missions. That's it for the Nimbatus Programmer Survival Last Mission on Hard, part 1 of 3 main module video. Stay tuned for the second part, which will be the retrieval module, and later the third part, which will be the gameplay on hard. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit thumbs up and leave a comment below. To support this growing channel, you can also subscribe and hit the notification bell to ensure that you don't miss future videos. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.